Hello, everybody. Today we are reviewing The Mummy. We literally just got out of this movie about,
20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago. So here we go.
Yes.
The Mummy. It's a remake, kind of.
And it's the kickoff of a new dark universe that Universal
Yeah.
Studios is trying to do.
If you didn't know, dark universe, like you said, they're kicking off a bunch of monster movies. After this, I think they're doing The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Is that really the next one? Cool.
That might be the next one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They hinted at a lot of ones they could do in the movie itself.
Spoiler alert. But
yeah.
So Marshall, what'd you think?
I thought that this movie, as you know, I like closure, I like resolution, and this movie was very confusing to me. The premise is you have Tom Cruise and
Sophia Botella?
Yeah, they're essentially the main plot points of this movie. He becomes cursed, and she's trying to get a hold of him, and essentially that's the whole movie. And the movie was fine, actually, up until I don't want to spoil anything, but up until a specific point in the movie, after about the first act of the film, I was actually on board with this film. Yeah. And I think you were too, as you said. And
it was fine.
Yeah, and then they did a couple things where they tried to throw in humor. And they started building a theme that wasn't so dark. It was more action adventure, and I felt like they were setting up a dark movie, which I felt fit the dark universe.
So I think this movie was a good idea.
It could have been.
There were some good ideas in it, and the setup for The Mummy, like you said, the first half hour, it was interesting and engaging.
Yeah, I was on board.
Yeah. However, the characters were not interesting. Nothing about them was interesting to me. I think The Mummy, at least she had a backstory. You knew what she was doing and why. So she was the most interesting character for me. The dialogue was also very flat and
as
boring
you said, I think
cheesy and typical. It felt like a parody of itself.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
It was like a parody of
like an action film.
It was.
The dialogue.
It was a parody of a live action film.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. See, I felt like, the first thing I leaned over to Corey and said as the credits were rolling was I felt this movie had a theme problem. They tried to do so many different themes, and you saw it in the dialogue. You saw it in all the different kinds of sets they had. Some sets were horror even, and some sets were live action, and it just didn't fit. It felt why go the big budget blockbuster action route? Yeah.
It's The Mummy. Like, why didn't they stick with the horror?
I think if they would have, because the horror elements that the little bit of horror elements they had in this movie were probably the best part. Yeah. I thought they were cool, and I am on board with the female mummy idea. I like that the mummy was a female. I thought that was cool, cool twist. But they just didn't land a specific tone. They were all over the place. It was like scrambled eggs, and it really kind of.
I love scrambled eggs.
I did too, but not in my movies.
True that.
I like popcorn in my movies.
Amen, brother.
Anyway.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Annabelle Wallace is
the blonde
girl in this movie, and she's kind of like Tom Cruise's love interest, I guess.
Yeah, what?
I have to bring up her character because she was just so boring, and she had no personality. Like, she's probably a great actress, and she was doing a good job, but these actors just did not have a good script to work with. I feel bad for them.
Exactly. And it felt like you could see they were trying. They really were trying to work with the script they were given with them. I don't even think that they were acting that bad. It was just the dialogue was so bad.
And Jake Johnson's character was another character, which was just weird and out of place.
Yeah, it was the most out of place thing in the movie, I felt.
Yeah.
Because you had, he keeps it, I don't want to spoil anything. You'll see. If you go see it. Yeah. I don't want to endorse you seeing this movie.
This movie wasn't horrible. It wasn't a complete mess, but it just wasn't that engaging. Yeah. The beginning was all right, but I kept waiting. Like, come on, just stop delaying. Yeah. The thing that we know is going to happen. And when it finally does, it's not even that great of a payoff.
Yeah,
the conclusion is really
open-ended,
janky, and open-ended.
And there's no resolution at all. They don't even explain it. They don't explain.
This film is getting panned on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a 20%. So I mean, if the next film, if they even make it in this dark universe, is as bad as this one, then that might be the beginning of the end.
I know, already. And it's opening the weekend right after Wonder Woman. I don't think it's going to get that much revenue.
No. It's going to be a flop.
You think it's going to be a deficit?
Yeah.
How much was the budget? I forget, but
I don't know. But let's rate this movie.
All right, I'm going to give Mummy. I do want to say I think they could have, if they fixed a couple things, it could have been a passable film. Yeah,
they had a good idea for it. I think there were some good ideas, but they didn't come together as a good whole.
They didn't. So yeah, my rating, I think I'm going to give Mummy like a 3.9.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, I think it's that bad.
You thought it was that bad?
Yeah, 3.9.
I mean, I just thought it was a meh whatever movie, so I
I think it's a 3.9.
I give it a 4.9.
All right, that's fair.
So right in the middle, slightly below.
There you have it.
So there you have it. That's our review of The Mummy. Thanks for watching. Check out our other reviews. We just reviewed Captain Underpants. I just saw that this week. Mm-hmm. And our Wonder Woman review as well. We're continuing our reviews of all of the Christopher Nolan films. So check them out.
All right. See you later.
Peace.